Hello, Gopher Roofing. This is Joel from JND SEO. We spoke the other day on the phone. I'm sending you a video to show you 3 ways that you can beat your competition online. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste mine, so I'm going to make this as quick as possible. If at the end of the video you do want to hear more information, let's just set up a 10-minute phone call. If not, no harm, no foul. Take the tips I'm going to give you for free today in the video, and you guys could actually apply them right to your site, and that would help you out. All right, first thing I want to talk about is content. So I'm just on your homepage here. And, I just want to see about how many words of content you guys have. Counting your reviews, let's call it 200 to 300 words. Google recommends having about 1,500. And the reason why is because the more you have, the higher they're going to rank you in the search engines. Also, the more you have, and probably the more important reason is that the more keywords or keyword phrases you can put into that content. As a quick example, I've just put in roofing Sarasota, Florida, because it's an area that you service. It's also a really good keyword. But it's also a service you offer. So the first thing that anybody would see, because this is what a new customer would search, they're going to see these ads at the top of the screen, right? First thing they would see that would catch their eye. And this is just companies paying to be seen first, hoping to bring in some additional clients, right? After that, we're going to find this map section, this little preview screen here. Top 3 companies will show up in this section. And this is all based on citations. And that's just when you get your business name, address, and phone number all listed together into a directory site. You guys know all of them. Home Advisor, Yellow Pages, Yelp, GAF, just to name a few. There's so many of them. And we'll actually see a few of them probably in the organic section here. This next section is the organic section. And this is where you start to see companies' names show up with their actual websites, right? Kind of what we originally searched, Roofing Sarasota FL. They all show up in reference to that keyword, but just I want you guys to remember this. There's going to be 10 results per page for any Google search you do. But these all show up based on Google's algorithm and formula. We know 2 parts of that have to do with keywords and the amount of content you have. So we could actually rank this keyword that we put in, Roofing Sarasota FL, based on the results. So number 1 would go to Roofing by Curry. Number 2 would go to Florida Roofing. 3 would go to Yoder Roofing as well. So next, I want to jump over to a program called Ahrefs that I use. And I put your guys' website in here, gopherroofing.com, just to kind of see how it's doing. First thing I noticed, you guys are using your headers, which is an excellent thing. Great job with that, guys, because this will help you get found by Google in searches. So we have your name up here, actually twice, Gopher Roofing. You also can put a few keywords, which you guys basically have with commercial roofing, Sarasota, Florida. And we'll talk more about keywords in a minute here, but I want to jump into your numbers. So 16 referring domains, 35 links back to your page. All that means there's 16 websites or domains currently that you guys have links on. On those 16 websites, you have 35 links, so you've got a little more than 2 per page or 2 per site. And when people click those links, it just redirects them back to Gopher Roofing, so they're going to see your page. It's a way to kind of bring more people in. Also, these work almost as references, these other pages. So the more you have, it makes your site stronger. It's like, okay, this is a stronger candidate as a website because they have more sites kind of vouching for them, right? So what you want to do essentially is look at other companies as well, and you want to get more of those than them, so you have stronger references, more references, and eventually you'll beat them because you'll have a more powerful site, and that's what these numbers reference. And so just looking at the keywords, 66 right now is what you guys do have showing up here. And this is just like what we put in as an example, Roofing Sarasota FL, Florida. And these are what really drive the visitors to your site. And so what we can see is that of the 66 keywords you have, you're bringing in about 59 visitors to your site per month. So let's just take a quick look at your keywords. We can kind of see where the visitors are coming from. So Gopher Roofing, that's your business name, obviously. This is the first keyword that shows up. This means people know who you are. They're searching you by name. And we find that 150 people do search you by name. It means they know who you are. It's going to be a lot of referrals, people who probably saw your signage as well. You guys are in the top position for that. What that means is, remember we said there's 10 results per page into our Google search. Number 1, clearly the best you could be. But if you want to be on the first page, you just have to be in the top 10. And we found that 80 to 85% of people will not go to page 2 when conducting searches. So you really want to be in that top 10 or you won't get too many visitors from those key phrases. All right, so we have a couple more variations of your name. Again, this is people who know who you are. You also want to attract people who don't know who you are, right? They're just searching for roofing in general. So that's where we get a keyword like this, roofing Sarasota FL, just like what we put in. 50 people do search that exactly like that. And we see that you guys are number 32 for that. That means, like we said, 10 per page. That puts you on page 4. We know people really don't go past page 1. So unfortunately, I would say for this one, you're just not getting any actual visitors from it, even though it is a keyword. So we just have to rank you higher for that. And actually, what we can see is after this last roofing one, all of these, they start to go a little bit higher for the most part. You're all on page 4, 3, or 5 for all of these, even though these are some really good keywords right here. We just have to rank you higher for those. All right, so what I want to do next is just give you a quick comparison to show you, kind of what we want to do, roofing by Curry. And so just looking at them, they're not actually using their headers, which would help them be found a little easier. 157 referring domains, sending back over 1,000, almost 1,500 links to their page. Over 1,200 keywords they can be found for in searches. And they're getting about 536 visitors to their site every month. If we just look at a few of their keywords, we're going to find their name showing up number 1, roofing by Curry. 600 people search it. They probably have multiple branches, and they're number 1 for that. We'll skip past these ones. Some ones for new customers, roofing contractors, Sarasota, 80, number 1. Sarasota roofing contractor, 80 more, number 1 again. Sarasota roofing companies, 70, number 1. You guys see the point. They're in the top 5, top 3 for most of these. And these are really good searches. And so they're going to get the highest percentage of the volume by being number 1. So for you guys, you are getting some visitors. What was it, 59? 59 exactly. So, if we really get 2 to 3 more keywords ranking, or even put in 3 or 4 new ones, that should bring you about 100 more visitors to your page. So essentially doubling what you're getting now. Adding your 59, that would give you 3 times what you have now. Out of 100 visitors, we would say roughly you should get about 50 calls off those. And so, but let's just say it's only 20 calls. Even if the 20, it lands, 50% of those are estimates to give you 10 estimates a month. And depending on what your ratios are for closing, probably you'd say 50%, but let's just say it's 20%. When you land 2 more customers a month, you can clearly see the value. If you are able to land 40% of your estimates, that would put you closer to 4, which is going to give you 1 per week. But thank you guys for your time. Really appreciate it. I'll give you a call the next day or so just to follow up and see what you guys thought of the video. But thank you again, and have a great day.